Hey folks, welcome back to part 2 of the territory dispute scenarios taken from the General's Compendium, 6th edition. This isn't a skirmish now, so we're just playing a small game, and this is Seize the Watchtower. So basically the Skaven have taken out the pickets and now have pushed into the Lizardmen territory, and now they're just going to try and remove this watchtower. Basically the player has got 10 turns to either kill all defending players or destroy the watchtower. I think it's a 400 point force taken from their core only, and they're allowed to take one hero, and they also get 100 points to spend on a war machine. So in which case my opponent's got plenty of clan rats, a chieftain, and the good old warp lightning cannon. For defense, I'm using this guy as a skink chieftain with javelins. I normally have him as a shaman. Unfortunately my chieftain's not painted, so I'm trying to use what I've got painted. So he's just hiding behind here so he doesn't get zapped too early on. And in the watchtower itself, I've got a unit of, I think it's like 11 Saurus warriors. Basically, the defender gets 200 points, including a hero, to defend the actual watchtower and set up in it, and then 100 points reserves. And I did want my Saurus to come in on reserves, but obviously 10 Saurus is 120 points, so I can't get them in there. So it'll be a bunch of skinks with blowpipes. There's not much for me to do. I just have to simply sit and wait for my defenders to come up. And from turn 2 my reserves may come on, or 4 up they come onto the board, and the next turn's 3 up, and so forth. He just moves up, as you can see, trying to gain some distance. I just stay in the watchtower with my defending Saurus, and my skink chieftain runs out. My hope is just to get up in amongst him and slow him down a bit. I hope his warp lightning cannon will ignore me or just misfire, because I know he has a cursed dice when it comes to misfires, so I was relying on that. My brave skink chief, simply there to slow down and annoy. Unfortunately, my opponent did not get his cursed dice. He managed to roll for the range. I believe the range on the warp lightning cannon this edition was 8d6, I believe, and then its strength is an artillery dice. And yeah, he went through, hit him, rolled for a 10 for strength, and then d6 wounds, and managed to fry him in one single shot. That was me hoping on his unlucky dice. So hopefully that was all the luck for the warp lightning cannon, because I know this damn thing is cursed, so it shouldn't be this accurate. My reserves managed to turn up, my skink skirmishers with blowpipes, and have a couple of shots and take off a few of these clan rats on the flank. And so it begins for my opponent, and the warp lightning cannon misfires and fries the background. Obviously there's a feral cold one running around in the background there, scaring the hell out of this warp lightning cannon crew as it tries to zap into the forest. My opponent turns to face me. I do another round of shooting, and then he does actually try to charge me, and he eventually beats up these skinks. I mean, I should have just moved them up to the flank, but as I looked at it, I didn't think I was going to have the movement enough to get out the line of sight, and I didn't want to flee because I was right on the table edge, so it was have to be a stand and shoot and hope to do some damage to them. I think I've killed almost a quarter of them off with the shooting so far. So with the stand and shoot I might be able to freak them out, but I think with the stand and shoot I actually only managed to kill like one off. Oh no, so one away from the actual panic check, which is really annoying. So yeah, they charge in and chase off my skinks. Oh yes, it's another misfire for this one. I see that nice artillery dice there with that yellow explosion. I always remember it as being the cursed dice from my opponent. When I done on the last started playing Warhammer like 6 odd years ago. But yeah, always cursed dice. We use it for fantasy in 40k, so it is living up to its name. I think out of 10 turns that the game has, I think 4 or 5 of them were misfires. So without any skinks, my turn's pretty stationary. I'm just in the watchtower. My opponent just moves towards me. He's now trying to shoot the damn thing at the watchtower. I think it's had one round of shooting at the watchtower so far and actually hit it, but only rolled like a 2 for strength, so couldn't do any damage. I'd say it's part of the siege rules. We are using again the appendix book and the appendix of the 6th edition book. There's just a +2 bonus because it's not a proper big castle siege tower. So it's easier to wound, but at strength 2 it doesn't do anything. So in this round, yeah, it managed to spin again and fry one of his own rats. I'm now getting to the opinion now that we're actually getting some help from some chameleon skinks, because once again he's firing into the woods behind him. In the meantime, the rats have turned up to the tower and started using the battering ram to crash in the door. It doesn't take too long, a couple of rounds, and he manages to break through. Because it does it's the strength of the attack, plus the damage it does, plus any damage it's made so far. And I think the strength of a ram depends on the ranks of the unit, or was it unit strength? I can't remember now. But yeah, it doesn't take him too long to bash down that door. It's only a gate door with a +2 bonus to the damage done against it, so it's not too bad. Foolish for me, my Saurus was just standing there watching these guys come down. Think about that, I should have been able to buy some siege equipment, and I should be able to get some rocks. I should have just been here lobbing rocks at them, though thinking about that, the ballistic skill on the Saurus cannot be good. So yeah, but anything would have helped instead of my Saurus just sitting there waiting for them to come in. So the door caved in, they managed to come in and start scrapping at me, but unfortunately for them, I've got the defended bonus in this, which is, I think 6 is the hit in 6th edition for siege towers, in sieges and that. So if you're a defended position, you're a 6 to hit until your position's beaten, I believe, and then it goes down to normal. So the Skaven could never actually get in. They were, even with the hero there. Amazingly, my Saurus actually, I think, managed to nobble his hero in the first couple of rounds. I just put a couple of attacks on him, and the rest of them all scattered, which in turn then caused a panic check over onto these guys, which I assume have also decided to chase the chameleon skinks that are off the table, and they actually fled off the table. So it's all looking good for me so far. And incredibly, I think on turn 9 or 10, yeah, the warp lightning cannon just detonates itself. So I don't know what was going on there. I remember the damn thing being cursed, and for this game it definitely was. I think it had 3 shots at the tower. I think it was like a strength 2, a strength 8 one, which started causing some damage on the actual tower. But after that, yeah, you've seen most of the luck he's had with this, and then the thing just exploded. So this is the final shot. So basically the warp lightning cannon is dead. His Skaven rally and his other Skaven are locked in combat against some Saurus and failed to take it. So all in all, I managed to hold my tower and all my men are still alive. So it's a bit of luck we actually had my Saurus in there, because they fought pretty damn well there. My opponent failed, which means I get to choose the last scenario, and it will be a last stand from the standard rulebook. So it's basically an army twice the size ambushes a smaller army. So basically the Skaven have come in, managed to sneak in, failed to take the watchtower. It's taken them too long to take it, and in the meantime the Lizardmen army has arrived and caught the Skaven completely outgunned. And for that scenario, I'm pretty much grabbing what I can. So I think it's a 1400 point game versus 700 points. I'm afraid that's all I've got at the moment, or all I had on me at the day. This was kind of a thing we just did on that day, and just said, we'll check out the General's Compendium and I'll just dig up some bits and we'll go for it, and we did. And just a quick thanks, I'll just thank a lass called Heather. She made a nice comment on the Facebook page about my channel being good and been watching it since the Hordes of the Things. So I really appreciate that. I'm afraid there's not been a Hordes of the Things for a while, though I do believe the club down in Bodmin is getting back into that. So you never know, you might see a bit more of that. I have a Merton dwarf army I've been painting for it, so you might see a bit more from there. Alright, so thanks again, Heather, and I'll see you all the next time. Farewellus.